Hello everyone, welcome to the next game in the 1969 Inside Pitch National League Pennant Race. We are down to the last 2 or 3 games in the regular season. It's nitty-gritty time. We've updated the standings and taken out the teams that no longer are in play. And this is basically what we have left. We've got the Cubs and the Mets. Mets 2 games back. We are currently at September the 30th. Both of these teams are off on September 30th, so that will not change. They have 2 games remaining with each other, starting October 1st and then October 2nd. San Francisco leads Los Angeles by 1 game with 3 games remaining. San Francisco has 3 games with the Padres. The Dodgers have 3 games with the Astros. So today's game, the only 2 games on the schedule are Los Angeles and Houston, which will be the game I'm about to play, and then San Francisco and San Diego will be on the ticker. It's only 1 game on the ticker, but it's a big one because if LA can beat Houston today and San Diego somehow beats San Francisco on the ticker, we will have a first place tie. So we are at Dodger Stadium for today's game. Again, I've been playing, the Dodgers have been appearing a lot lately on the 69 pennant chase, but they've put themselves in that position by winning. So they've taken Atlanta, Cincinnati out of the equation. All right, let's look at the starting pitchers for today's game. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, it'll be 17-game winner Don Sutton. He was 17-18 with a 3.47 ERA. He'll be opposed by left-hander Denny LeMaster. He was 13-17, 3.16 ERA and 1 save. So interesting matchup there of 2 pitchers that were under 500, but both still pretty good pitchers in their own right. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get the lineups going for you as we bring in the score sheet. And in the real game, the Astros won this game 6-3 in the actual outcome of the game. Let's move this a little bit closer over here, hopefully. Or I'll bring this, let's see here. Now I'll bring this a little over so we can see everything. There we go. I think that works better now. Okay, so as you can see right here, Houston won the real game 6-3 in real life. Now the problem again with the playing the pennant race with teams that weren't really in the pennant race is when they were out of it in real life, they tend to play some backups. So we kind of have that with both teams here today, particularly with the Dodgers. As Maury Wills is not going to be the leadoff hitter. It's going to be Billy Grabarkowitz. So take with that what you may. Now, of course, once the game starts, if I feel like I need to, I will bring in Maury Wills as a substitute. But let's look at the lineup for the Astros. Joe Morgan leads off at second. Jesus Alou is in right. Kurt Blefary is at first base. Tommy Davis is in left. Norm Miller in center. Dennis Minke at short. Doug Rader at third, Johnny Edwards catching, and Denny LeMaster on the mound. Most notable regular in that lineup that's not there is the toy cannon Jimmy Wynn, but again, he's certainly available to pinch hit or come in and substitute and take over in the outfield. For the Dodgers, it is the aforementioned Grabarkowitz at short, Ted Sizemore at second, Willie Crawford in right, Andy Costco is in left. Now that may be a function of them facing a lefty. Maybe that's why Willie Davis isn't in there. Jim Lefevre is at first, Bill Sudakis is at third, Bill Russell in center, Bob Stinson the catcher, and Don Sutton the pitcher. So obviously a lot of reserves there for the Dodgers. But like I said, there are a lot of guys on the bench on the September call-ups, so if the Dodgers fall behind and need to catch up, they will be bringing in some of those regular players for sure. All right, so Joe Morgan is going to lead things off against Don Sutton. Couple of Hall of Famers right off the bat. And we'll get this game underway from Dodger Stadium. And again, it's a huge, huge game for the Dodgers. If they can win, that puts the pressure on the Giants to win their game against the Padres on the ticker to hold that division lead. All right, here we go. Sutton to Morgan, 6-6. That's a strikeout chance right off the bat. That's a 1. He's gone. Nobody can fight off a 1 for a strikeout, or at least 99% of the players can't do that. So 1 down. Here's Jesus Alou, the right fielder. Sutton 5-2. That's a hit by pitch chance. He's got a 6, but Sutton's a -6, so it kind of wiped that all out. No hit by pitch, but Alou will bat. And that's a 2-5. He's going to ground it to second. And there's 2 away. That brings up Kurt Bleffery, first baseman. And that's a 5-5, which is a strikeout chance again. He strikes out at an 8. Stadium doesn't affect anything. That's an 18, so no strikeout. Bleffery gets to swing, 3-3, and he's going to take advantage of it, single to center field. 2-out base hit by Bleffery. He's got an attempt of 2. Sutton adds 1, gives him a 3. And that's a 9, so nothing's happening. So he will stay put. And Tommy Davis, who came over from the Seattle Pilots in a midseason trade, he is up next. Sutton, 6-4, and that's a potential walk. He walks at a 6. Stadium takes away 3, makes it a 3. That's an 18, no walk, but Tommy Davis will get the swing. That's a 3-5, and he's going to fly to right to end the inning. So Sutton pitches around the 2-out single, keeps the Astros off the board. 1/2 inning in the books. It's the Houston Astros nothing and the LA Dodgers coming to bat. And left-hander Denny LeMaster finishing up his warm-up tosses, and he'll be facing the shortstop Billy Grabarkowitz. I guess that's how you pronounce it. That's how I'm pronouncing it. He's leading things off. 1-6 is a strikeout chance. That's a 6, and he got him. So Grabarkowitz is down on strikes. Here's Ted Sizemore. 3-4. That's the ballpark card. We're going to Dodger Stadium for Sizemore. 2 1s, a question mark 9, up through a 12 is a hit. That's a 7, and that's a single for Ted Sizemore. Sizemore, a 1-out single. He's got an attempt of 1, but LeMaster's a -1, so that makes him no chance. And we will roll for a potential balk. And there's no balk, so here's Willie Crawford. Infield is halfway. 5-4, that's a strikeout chance. 18 will get him because he's a 21 against lefties, so he will strike out. Crawford is out, 2 down for Andy Costco. And Costco, you can tell by his question mark, he does better against lefties, so that's why he's in there. All right, strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's the pitch to Costco. 4-3, that's a walk chance, and that's a 3, so he will not walk because he walks a lefty 5, but that's a -3, makes it a 2. So there is no walk. Costco will get to swing though. 1-1, and he appreciated that. 1-1 is that question mark 7. That's a 4. So against lefties, that's going to be a single to left field. And I doubt that the runner can go to third. That's kind of hard to do on a single to left, although he's a good base runner and there are 2 outs. So let's factor it out. Single to left, you lose 2 on your base running rating. Sizemore runs at a 4. He drops to a 2. There are 2 outs, makes him a 3. Left fielder Arm Davis is a 0. So it's a 1-3, and he can get to third base. 1-3 on the red die. 4-5, he holds. 6, somebody's out. It's a 4, he's got to hold. So he can't make it. He has to stop at second. But with 2 outs, they now have runners on first and second, with a chance to do some damage from Jim Lefevre. And Lefevre hits lefties very well. Or at least he does it on the home run portion anyway. Strategy roll, no balk. LeMaster to Lefevre, 5-2, and that's a double. That's a star line against a left-handed batter, but Lefevre's a switch, which means he's batting right-handed. That's a blank. So Lefevre gets the swing. 5-1, he's going to ground to short. And 2 base runners don't amount to anything. At the end of 1, we got no score. And would you expect anything different on this 69 replay? I mean, there are some outliers, but most games are nip and tuck low scoring. It's just the nature of the beast back in the 60s. All right, here's Norm Miller, the center fielder. He's in there in place of Jimmy Wynn. Sutton, 3-2. That's a blank. We go to Miller's card. See if it's Miller time. 6-2, it's not. He grounds to second. 1 down, and that brings up Dennis Menke, the shortstop. 1-5, that's a possible error on a throw. 6-1, star 4, that's a fly to left, so no throw to worry about. That's just out number 2. Brings up third baseman Doug Rader. 5-6 possible error. And that's a 4-1. Ground ball back to Sutton. He's got a 0 error rating, so no error there to worry about. 3 up, 3 down. Inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score from Dodger Stadium. And Denny LeMaster back out will face another switch hitter, Sudakis. Dodgers only have one lefty in the lineup, and that is Crawford. Everybody else is either a right-hander or a switch hitter. LeMaster 3-3, a walk chance, 12 will be too much. Sudakis 3-3 again, and that's a fly ball to right field. 1 away, and that takes us to Bill Russell, a young Bill Russell, center fielder. Later, of course, be well known as being a shortstop in the 70s for the Dodgers. 2-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 10 will get him. He strikes out on 11. So he's gone, 2 down. Stadium does not affect strikeouts like it does walks. So he will have to do what he does. And now comes Bob Stinson. And he is one of these guys I had to print off from the PDF because he only played in 4 games, had 8 at bats. He is a right-handed hitter. Later on in his career, returned to a switch hitter because I remember in '77 with Seattle, the expansion Mariners, he was on that team. He was a switch hitter, but apparently back in '69, he was just doing the right-handed hitting thing. So he's in there. He's a .375 hitter, so he's got good chances to get hits here against LeMaster. We'll see. 2-4. That's ball 1. So LeMaster will throw it in there again. 5-3. And again, against a lefty, that'd be automatic out. But against a righty, it's a blank. So Stinson gets to swing. 4-5. And he found one of those base hits. That's a single pass short. So Stinson gets the 2-out single. Now, he will not be able to get a jump. We'll roll for the balk possibilities, but there's no 20 there. But at least it allows Sutton to bat now so they don't have him leading off in the third. 4-4, that's a strikeout chance, and Sutton is out of there. But at least he won't lead off next inning. So we go to the third, no score from Dodger Stadium. As LeMaster and Sutton hooking up. And it'll be catcher Johnny Edwards to lead it off for the Astros. Left-handed hit swinging backstop, 5-4. And that's a straight-up home run chance. He's got a home run of 8. That's a 10, though, so no home run for Edwards, but he will get to swing. 6-4, and he grounds to second. So Sutton put one in there, but Edwards missed it, and there's out number 1. Now here's LeMaster. He's a left-handed thrower, but a right-handed batter. So that's one of those oddities. Sutton, 1-6, double question mark against a right-hander. 1-10's an out. That's a 3. So that made a big difference. If he was a lefty, he would have gotten a hit on that play. But since he's a righty, he makes an out. So obviously Sutton tougher on the righties. So that's going to be a star line. So we have to figure out what the out is. And it turns into a fly to left for out number 2. That'll bring up Joe Morgan. Little Joe, he struck out his first chance. 6-1. He might strike out again, but no, he does not. That's a 9, so no strikeout. He gets to swing, 5-1, but he flies to right, and that's going to end the inning. So status quo as we go to the bottom of the third, no score here at Dodger Stadium. And it'll bring up the leadoff man, Barkowitz. 3-4, and that's going to the ballpark. So going to Dodger Stadium. 5-3, and he's going to ground it to first. Easy play for Blefary. 1 down, and that brings up Ted Sizemore. 3-1, strikeout chance, 19's too much. Sizemore, 3-1 again, singles to right field. It's amazing how many times I roll the same roll twice. That's just kind of weird how that works out. But it's a single. He's got an attempt of 1, but the -1 from LeMaster, who's good at holding on runners, will negate that. We'll roll for the balk chance, and there is none. Crawford is not bunting. So here's Crawford, infield halfway. 6-4. That's a blank, so we're going to Crawford's card. 1-2, flies to center. That's 2 down. That'll bring up Andy Costco. No 20 there, so no balk. LeMaster, 1-3. Strikeout chance, 16 is too much. We go to Costco to finish. 4-3. That's a single past second base. So Costco is 2 for 2. And let's see, to get from first to third on the S4, you need a base running rating of 3. Base running rating of 3. Sizemore runs at a 4, plus there's 2 outs, makes him a 5, so he will make it to third base automatically. So runners are at the corners with 2 down. Costco has no attempt, so he cannot steal. Roll for the strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's LeFever. LeMaster, 4-3 is a walk chance. 13 is going to be too high because he walks out of 13, but the stadium takes it away. So LeFever gets the swing. 5-1, he's going to ground to short, and again, the Dodgers leave 2 on base. They've left 5 already in 3 innings, and that could come back to bite them. We shall see. We go to the 4th, no score. And Sutton back out. We'll be facing Jesus Alou, right fielder. 6-6, strikeout chance. That's a 9. That's too much. Alou gets the swing. 5-4, and that's a star 6, which turns into a fly to right. 1 down for Alou. Brings up Blefary. Blefary has the only hit of the game for the Astros. 2-2, and that's a blank against the lefty. Blefary, 5-2, and he flies to center. 2 down for Tommy Davis, the left fielder. Sutton, 5-4. Straight up home run chance on a 5-4. Davis is a 4. That's a 3. It is gone. Tommy Davis, home run. And Sutton can't believe he gave up the home run with 2 outs and the bases empty. But Tommy Davis has done it. A home run, and the Astros grab a 1-0 lead. Here's Miller. 6-5 is blank for Miller. Go to his card. 4-5, and he grounds it back to Sutton to end the inning. But kind of shockwaves through Dodger Stadium, as they did not expect that. Tommy Davis, who only had 7 home runs and 533 at bats, but he found the home run right there on Sutton's card and took advantage of it. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Stros, and here is Bill Sadakis, switch hitting third baseman. 6-5, and that's a home run question mark off of LeMaster against a right-hander, 1-7. That fails. And Sadakis would have had a great chance for a home run had it passed, but it did not. But Sadakis gets the swing. 2-2, and he grounds it to first. Blefary right there, 1 away. And that sends us to Bill Russell. 5-1, possible error. Russell, 5-4, fly to right. Right fielder error rating is 20. Jesus Alou was an error rating of 20, so that's a definite error. It is odd, so it will be an error. Now let's check the error result and see if it's a 1 base or a 2 base. And we come down here, roll 1d6 versus the run rating. If it's less than or equal to that rate, the runner gets 2 bases. So Russell's a 4. If this is a 1 through a 4, then he gets the extra base. And he does. So Russell, 2 base error on Jesus Alou. Big error there. We'll put Russell at second base with 1 out. And Bob Stinson, the batter. Strategy roll for the balk. Nothing happening. Stinson's not bunting. 6-1, and he's not tired, so there's no single there. Stinson gets to swing. 2-6, and he singles past first base. Single S3, the runner to score on an S3, you need a base run rating of 4, and Bill Russell is a 4, so he will score, and that ties the game just that quickly. The run is unearned. So Jesus Alou, that 20 error rating, cost him right there. Now Stinson does have an attempt of 7 if he wants to try to steal, although he did not steal any bases, so obviously he must have been caught, and his stolen base rating is a 0, so obviously we're not even going to roll for that. We'll roll for the balk, though, in case there's a balk, and there is no balk. So here's Sutton with 1 out and 1 on, and Sutton's going to swing away. He's not going to bunt. He's going to swing. 2-1, ballpark card. We're going to Dodger Stadium. 1-5, and he's going to single. So Don Sutton gets a base hit. S4. Stinson runs at a 1, so he cannot get the extra base. You have to be a 3 to get to third base. So he will stop at second, station to station baseball. But 2-1 now with 1 out, and leadoff man Billy Grabarkowitz. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 6-6. Grabarkowitz is a right-hander, so it's a strikeout chance. 17. Got him. He's an 18, so he got him. 2 down. It's up to Sizemore now to get it done. Nothing on the strategy roll. LeMaster, 2-3. Double question mark against a right-hander. 1-2 is an out, but that's going to be a 6, so no out there. Had he been left-handed, that would have been an out, but not going to be. So Sizemore gets to swing. 4-3, and he grounds to third to end the inning. But the Dodgers do tie it, and at the end of 4, we are tied at 1 apiece. Nip and tuck here from Dodger Stadium in the late afternoon as the shadows are creeping in. Sun has kind of been faded away, and we're into the shadows now. Here's Dennis Menke, left field, or flew to left his first time. 2-1, that's a range play. First range play I can think of in a while. Here's Menke, 1-4, star 6, that's a fly to right, checking the range of the right fielder. Willie Crawford is a 2. See if he can get to this. He cannot. Is it a single or a double? It's a single. So leadoff single for Dennis Menke as Crawford unable to get there. Menke has an attempt of 1, +1 from Sutton, gives him a 2. And nothing's happening on that. So here's Doug Rader. Infield is halfway. Sutton, 6-6, strikeout chance, but can't get him. Too high. Rader, 6-4, flies to right, and that's 1 away. 1 away, and that sends us to Johnny Edwards. Strat roll for Sutton. Nothing happening. Here's Edwards. 1-1, strikeout chance. He got him. 2 down. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, LeMaster. Nothing on the strat roll. Sutton, 3-4, and he's not tired, so there's no single there. LeMaster now 3-4. He's going to ground to short. He almost got a single. 3-3 would have been a single, but 3-4 is a grounder to short. And the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. Nip and tuck. It's been kind of the MO of this 69 replay. Willie Crawford lead things off. 4-1, possible error on a throw. 3-3, and that's a star 5. That's a fly to left, so no throw to worry about. 1 away. Here's Costco. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. 1-5, possible error on a grounder. 5-2, this time he flies to center, so that's going to take care of that. 2 down. For Jim Lefevre, he's grounded to short twice. 5-1, possible error. 4-2, he's going to ground it back to the pitcher, but he has a 0 error rating. LeMaster has a 0 error rating, so it's an easy play, and the inning is over. So 5 complete in the books. We have not settled a thing. It is 1-1. We go to the 6th. Sutton out. He can face 30 batters. He has faced 18, so he's definitely in good shape. And LeMaster can face 28. He has faced 23, so he's coming up a little bit more on the fatigue check than Sutton is. Here's Morgan. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and fly to right. 3-4. He's not tired, so no single. Morgan, 6-1, star 2 is a grounder to short. 1 away. Brings up Jesus Alou. Grounded to second and fly to right. 1-5, possible error on a throw. 2-6 is a grounder to the pitcher, Sutton, but again, he has no error rating, so it will be an easy play. 2 down. Brings up Kurt Blefary. He's singled and flown to center. 1 for 2. 5-4, and that's a straight-up home run chance. Blefary's a 12, but that's a 19, so Sutton escapes that. But that 5-4 is his bugaboo for a home run. But fortunately for him, the D20 was an 18, so it's above Blefary's range, but Blefary does get to swing. 4-5, and against a right-handed pitcher, he's going to single. So Blefrey 2 for 3. He's got an attempt of 2 plus 1 from Sutton, gives him a 3, but nothing's happening. And that will take us to Tommy Davis, who hit that home run his last time up. Sutton's got to be careful. 4-3, that's a strikeout chance. He was careful. He struck him out. That's going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-1. And here is LeMaster. He'll be facing Sudakis, Russell, and Stinson. 1-4, that's a strikeout chance, and he got him. Sudakis is out of there. 1 away. Brings up Bill Russell. 2-5, that's a strikeout chance, and he gets Russell as well. So back-to-back strikeouts. 2 quick outs for Stinson. He's 2 for 2. 5-4, and that's another strikeout chance. 19, too much though. So no strikeout. Stinson gets to swing. 1-2, he's going to single to pass short. He's 3 for 3. Well, that's why he's a .375 hitter. He's 3 for 3. So Stinson is there. Sutton will go ahead and swing. Roll for the balk, and there is none. You have to be a 20 to get to this, so that 1 doesn't mean it's a balk. You have to get to 20, and then you got to re-roll it, and if it's a 1, then it's a balk. So it's a 2-step process for that, in case you were curious. All right, here is Sutton. LeMaster, 1-4, strikeout chance, 17, got him. It's going to end the inning. We go to the 7th, still tied at a run apiece. And now LeMaster has faced 27 batters. He can face 28, so he's right on the verge of his fatigue. But they may try to get one more inning out of him. We shall see. His turn doesn't come up for 5 more at-bats. So depending on what the offense does, if the Astros get a rally going and they get to the pitcher spot, I'm sure they will pinch hit for him. But let's see what happens here first. Norm Miller, he's grounded out twice. Sutton, 4-1 is a walk plus. Haven't had that happen much for Sutton. That's his first walk he has issued in the game. Not a good time for it. Miller is a 1, plus 1 from Sutton's a 2. And it's a 3. Possible hit and run if you want to try it. Minky, you know what? They're going to try it. They're going to try to do something, try to spark some offense. So it will be a hit and run chance. 3-3 is a range play at the ballpark. 5-6, that's a star 3, which is a ground ball to third. So that the fact they were doing a hit and run is going to take 2 away from the double play rating. His double play rating is now only going to be a 1. Actually, it'll be a 2 because they're playing halfway, so that makes it a 2. That's a 2. Because the pivot would be the second baseman's pivot is a 0. So it'll be a 1-2 for a double play. See if they can turn it. They cannot. It's runner advance. So Minky grounds out to third, and the only play by Sudakis is to throw it to first. Miller goes to second base. And that turned out to be, actually, you know, it was a range play. Hold the phone. That was a range play. So I got to see whether, I forgot to check to see whether Sudakis makes the play or not. 1-4 to make the play. And he does. Okay. All right. Almost missed that because it was a range play. Ended up being a star 3, which is the ground to third, but I never checked the range, so I'm glad I did that and didn't get that, because that would have been bad had I not checked it and he would have failed it. But hopefully that turned out okay. With no discrepancies there. Norm Miller is now at second with 1 out, and Doug Rader the batter. Sutton, strategy roll, no pickoffs or anything. Here's the at-bat or the pitch to Rader. 4-1's a walk plus, and he's going to walk another one. That's his second walk of the inning and also of the game. Uncharacteristic wildness for Sutton. Brings up Johnny Edwards. Old strat roll, nothing happening. Here's Edwards. Sutton, 2-4, that's a strikeout chance, and he does not get him. He's an 8, that's a 9. So Edwards avoids the strikeout and gets to swing. 3-1, he flies to right. That's out number 2. Runner on second can go to third, or at least attempt it. Miller runs at a 4. Right fielder Crawford is a +1, gives him a 5. The only way he's out is a 6-6. That's a 4, so he is going to make it to third. So he goes to third with 2 down, and now we're at the pitcher spot, so they're going to pinch hit for LeMaster because they're in a big spot here to get the go-ahead run across the plate. It's just a matter of who they're going to use as a pinch hitter. They do have Jimmy Wynn sitting right there. He's the most likely candidate, but I'll check the rest of their bench. They got a humongous amount of bench players due to the call-ups and whatnot. Let's see if there's anybody better, because Wynn hits 269. We're just double. Marty Martinez hits 308, and all you really need is a single. You don't need the power, so they may go to Marty Martinez here. I think they will. So Marty Martinez, he hits 308 versus the 269 for Jimmy Wynn. Jimmy Wynn, you need him if you need power, but all they really need right now is a base hit. You want to say Jimmy Wynn maybe if they bring in Jim Brewer, the lefty reliever, you want to have Jimmy Wynn for that. But they're going to use Marty Martinez just because he's got the better average. So Marty Martinez is the pinch hitter in a big spot. And this is batter number 27 for Sutton. He can face 30, so he's not tired yet by any means. But he's got a big job ahead of him. Runners at the corners and 2 down. We'll double check Rader to make sure he has no attempt, because he is the runner. He's got an attempt of 1, but I don't think they're not going to run him because they just brought in the pinch hitter. They're not going to run him out of an inning. So we will roll strategy for a potential pickoff or balk, and there's nothing happening. So now Marty Martinez, a switch hitter against Sutton. 2-5, and that's a home run question mark. 1 to 8 is a home run chance, but that's a 19, so that fails. So even if you brought Jimmy Wynn in, that home run check would have failed, so Jimmy Wynn would not have been able to hit a home run. So you're better off having Martinez. He's got the higher average. So now we go to Martinez's card. 3-6, and there you go. He singles to left field. Jimmy Wynn would have flown out to center. So brilliant managing by the Astros manager right there. Gives him a base hit. And that puts the Astros in the lead 2-1. The Giants are whooping it up in San Diego as they're watching this game on the monitor or listening to it on the radio, one or the other. So a single, pinch hit single for Marty Martinez. The single does go to left field. Doug Rader runs at a 3. There are 2 outs. That makes him a 4. But to go from first to third, you lose 2, makes him a 2. And the left fielder arm Costco's a 0. So it's a 1 to 2 to get to third base. And he has to hold. So he holds at second base. But the run is in, and Marty Martinez comes through in a big way. That brings up Joe Morgan. Do they bring in somebody for Sutton, or do they keep Sutton in there? Morgan does better against, a little bit better against right-handers, especially in the power power section. Let's see how they want to play. They're gonna leave Sutton in there. Nothing on the strategy roll, because Martinez does not have an attempt. So Sutton to Morgan, 6-6, strikeout chance. He is not tired yet, but 19 is too much, so Morgan gets the swing. 5-4, and he's going to single to right field. So Joe Morgan with a single, and that's going to be it for Sutton, I think. Rader almost assuredly will score. On a single to right, to go from home, you add 1 to the base running rating. And so that's going to be automatic because Crawford's also a +1, so that gives him a 2-point advantage. He already runs at a 4, so that's a 6. So he's going to make it without a throw. Now Martinez runs at a 3. There are 2 outs, that makes him a 4. The first baseman, of course, here is adding 1 to give him a 5. And then you add 2 to go from first to third, so he will make third without a throw. And the Astros lead it now 3-1 with Morgan now at first base. And let's see if they're going to go. Let's see, the next batter is Jesus Alou. So let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to bring in the right-hander Pete Mickelson. So Sutton's day is done, and they will be bringing in the right-hander Pete Mickelson for Sutton. So Mickelson is coming on to try to get out of the inning. But first things first, Joe Morgan might want to get a jump. He's got an attempt of 6. He does. So Morgan got a chance to steal. He's a 16 plus 2 makes him an 18. Stinson's a 0. 1 to 18, he steals it. He does, and there's a possible throwing error on Stinson, who is a 20 throwing error rating. So he will throw it away, and that will bring home Martinez from third on the errant throw. And Morgan will go to third on the E2. And now it's 4-1 Astros. Dodgers are imploding. They are imploding. So here's Jesus Alou. Mickelson, 4-2. And he's not tired, so we go into Alou's card. 2-6, ground ball back to Mickelson to end the inning. But the 3 runs have piled up here in the top of the 7th. The Astros lead it 4-1. And we need a new pitcher for the Astros because they did pinch hit for the pitcher, LeMaster. So let's check the bullpen and see who they've got to bring in. And the Dodgers will immediately start going to their bench as Barkowitz is being pulled back, and Maury Wills will lead off as a pinch hitter. So Maury Wills going to come in right away and pinch hit and take Barkowitz's place. Maury Wills. Much better defensively as well. 4, 9, and a -1. But he's in there to pinch hit. He's got a 274 average, whereas Barkowitz is 092. So that was kind of a no-brainer. All right, so for the Astros, and Wills is a switch hitter, so it doesn't really matter who you bring in, righty or lefty. But they're going to bring in Jack Billingham, right-hander, and would go on to be more well-known playing for the Cincinnati Reds, but he's in there. Jack Billingham. He will be on to pitch to try to protect this lead of 4-1. And he's going to be facing the leadoff man, Maury Wills. Billingham to Wills, 3-5, and that's a range play at Dodger Stadium. 4-2, that's a single pass short. The range of the shortstop, Minky, is only a 2. But he gets it, so how about that? Minky takes the base hit away. And they were snake bit on that one. Here's Sizemore. 1-1, strikeout chance, 5 too high. Sizemore gets the swing. 1-3, flies to left. That's out number 2. And that will bring up Willie Crawford. 2-3, and that's an automatic out against a left-hander. So they get the automatic out, does Billingham, on a ground ball to second. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Not good news for the Dodgers. The Giants are loving it. They can potentially take a 2-game lead with 2 games left if they defeat the Padres and this score holds up. All right, Mickelson back out. He only faced one batter. So he's still good to go. Facing Blefary, Davis, and Miller. 3-2, that's a range play. Go to Blefary. 2-1, that's a star 4. That's a ground ball to first. First baseman Lefevre has a range of 3. And he can't get it. Will it get through for a double? It does. It's a double down the line. Double down the line by Blefary. Not a good start for Mickelson. Here's Tommy Davis. Check the strat roll, nothing happening. 5-5, that's a blank. We go to Tommy Davis's card. 6-3, he's going to single pass short. Let's see if that will score the run. Single pass short to get from home to second on an S6. You need a 3 for a base running rating. Blefary is a 3. He will score without a throw. Astros now lead at 5-1, and that's going to be it for Mickelson, I think. They got to pull the plug on this real quick, and they're going to bring in their closer, Jim Brewer. They have no other option here. They have to stop the bleeding right here and right now. So there is no tomorrow, so to speak. So Jim Brewer's coming on to try to keep it right where it is. It may not do any good because the 5 runs may be more than the Dodgers can overcome anyway, but Brewer's going to try. Strat roll, nothing happening. Here's Miller. Lefty on lefty, 5-4. And that's a walk chance, but 19 is too much. Go to Miller, 4-6. And that's a split chance. Good thing we made that switch. Ground ball to third. Could be a double play. He's a double play of 1. They were playing halfway, makes it a 2. And that's it. Nothing on the pivot. So 1-2 for a double play. But they don't get it. It's a 5. And the base running rating of Tommy Davis is only a 3, so they will get the fielder's choice, 5-4. As his base running rating of the run on first could not beat the D6 roll. So it will be a fielder's choice. That'll bring up Dennis Menke. Strat roll for that, nothing happening. Again, halfway in the infield. 3-1, he's not tired, so there's no single. Menke, 6-4. Question mark 8 against a lefty is only a 1-4, but that's a 3. That's a double for Dennis Menke. Dennis Menke with a double. And it's going from bad to worse for the Dodgers. Double for Dennis Menke to score on a double to center field. You add 1, so the base running rating of Miller is a 4. It now becomes a 5. Center fielder arm, Russell's a -1, makes it a 4. So 1-4, he will make it. That's a 2, so he does make it. He will score. Another run for the Astros. They now lead it 6-1. So they are slowly but surely, if the game's not over yet, it's very close as Menke just delivered a double. And let's see, strat rolls are now going to be off, I think, with the score being what it is. So I'll roll for a balk, but nothing else is happening on that. Here's Doug Rader. 2-3, and that's a strikeout plus, so we did get Rader out number 2. And that brings up Johnny Edwards, the catcher. 20, so chance of a balk or a pickoff. That's a 1, he's going to balk. So Brewer's going to balk. And Menke will take third. How about that? Just lack of concentration is all that was. Here's Edwards. 1-3, a walk chance. 13 is too high, so Edwards will get to swing. 4-6, and he's going to fly to left to end the inning. But 2 runs come in, and all of a sudden it's a 6-1 game. And that's it for Brewer. 6-1 game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Billingham's still out there. He went a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, so why not? And he'll be facing, or at least scheduled to face, Costco, but I think we're going to start to get some pinch hitters. Costco was 2 for 3, but that was against the lefty. They got some good left-handed hitters, so Willie Davis is going to lead things off for the Dodgers. And then Lefevre will be pinch hit for by Wes Parker, who's a better hitter as well, also a better fielder. So the top 2 batters this inning are pinch hitters. It'll be Willie Davis, and he will stay in the game to play center field, and we'll figure out what to do with Russell. And I think Russell just moved to left field is what's going to happen with that. And then at first base is Wes Parker. So a couple of pinch hitters here to start the 8th. Willie Davis in center is a 3, a 5, and a -1. And Parker is a 4-4. And there was an earlier play, was range play of a first baseman that came up as a 4. Lefevre as a 3, was unable to get to it. And that kind of opened the floodgates a little bit. So they got the better defender in there now. All right, Willie Davis steps up against Billingham. 4-2, strikeout chance, and he's gone. So Willie Davis strikes out. Billingham got the good roll. It's Wes Parker, 4-2 again, another strikeout, but 10's too much. Parker gets to swing, 5-1, and he's going to single. So a single by Parker. He's aboard. And that brings up Bill Sudakis. He's going to be called back for a pinch hitter. So let's see who they're going to use to pinch hit here. Who do they have to play third base is the question. I'm sure they'll find somebody. All these bench players, they got somebody can play third base out there. So we're not going to worry about that too much. They got somebody named John Miller, not the announcer, but somebody named John Miller to play third base. Now they need a hitter. So who's left on the bench? Tommy Hutton. Tommy Hutton. How about this? Tommy Hutton. If that's who they want to go with. I think they will go with Tommy Hutton, actually. So Tommy Hutton will pinch hit for Sudakis. And then we'll have somebody else play third base. So he's a pinch hitter. 271 hitter. Roll for pickoff, nothing happening. Here's Billingham to Hutton, infield halfway. 6-2, possible error. Hutton, 4-3, star 3. That's a ground ball to second. Morgan's error rating is a 9, but that's a 16, so there's no error. Now we check for a double play. He's a 2. They were halfway, makes it a 3. The pivot at short is Minke. He's a -1. It drops it to a 2. So 1-2 is a double play. I don't get it. It's a 4. So Parker runs at a 4, but since they were halfway, it's going to be a fielder's choice, 4-6. Because when they play halfway, it takes 1 away from the base running rating. So fielder's choice by Hutton. And now we're going to pinch hitter for Bill Russell. So Bill Russell will not play left field. It'll actually be Manny Mota who's going to come on and pinch hit and stay in the game to play left field. So Manny Mota is your pinch hitter for Russell, as Russell is gone. That means Miller will not be in the game, as they try to juggle and get anybody out there that can get a hit. Here's Manny Mota. He's a 321 hitter, so if anybody can do it, it's Manny Mota. Nothing on the strat roll. 2 outs, infield, normal depth. 4-3, that's a strikeout chance. 7, too high, so Mota gets the swing. 6-5, he's going to ground to third, and that's going to end the inning. And now things really look bleak for the Dodgers. Manny Mota will stay in the game to play left field. He's a 2, a 7, and a -1. And now we need a new pitcher for the Dodgers. And a new pitcher for the Astros, as Billingham is going to exit for a pinch hitter, because it's his spot in the order. So they're going to go ahead and bring up the toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn, just because. Why not? Jimmy Wynn to pinch hit. New pitcher for the Dodgers will be Joe Moeller, right-hander. So Joe Moeller is on. His task is to keep it right there at 6-1. And that still may not do him any good just to do that. But that's what he's charged with. And Jimmy Wynn, the pinch hitter. The toy cannon. Oh, I said center fielder. He's a pinch hitter, not a center fielder. All right, here's Jimmy Wynn. Moeller to win. 2-2, possible error on a ground ball. 3-3, that's a grounder to short. Maury Wills is the error check. He's a 9, but that's an 18, so Maury Wills does make the play. And Jimmy Wynn is out of there. 1 down for Joe Morgan. 3-1, strikeout chance, 13 too much. Morgan swings, 4-3. Fly to center, that's 2 away. And here's Jesus Alou. Moeller, 4-2, range play. On Alou's card, 1-5, that's a single to third. But the third baseman, I didn't have a third baseman there, did I? I didn't put a third baseman after Hutton. Pinch hit for Sudakis. So I had to go to whoever's left to play third base. And the only third baseman left on the bench for the Dodgers is the aforementioned John Miller. And unfortunately for them, his range is a 1. So Miller is a 1-0. 1 and a 0. So not very good, obviously. 1 is the worst you can have. So Miller will now have to roll a 1 to get to this. And he does not. Let's see if it's a double. It is not. It's a single for Jesus Alou, a 2-out single for Alou. His first hit of the game. And no strat rolls with the score being what it is. Here is Blefary. 3-2, strikeout chance, 10, too high. Blefary swings, 3-1, star 3, ground ball to short. The inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Dodgers as Someone once famously said or coined a phrase, will we see some ninth inning magic? I kind of doubt it, but you never know. All right, we need a new pitcher for the Dodgers, and it will be Fred Gladding, their closer. Even though it's not a save situation, why not use him? Because your other games are going to be on the ticker, so he's not going to be tired or wasted. You might as well use your best bullet in the gun, as they say. Fred Gladding. Maybe he will bring gladdings of good of joy. I don't know. All right, Stinson is your leadoff man. Then we need a pinch hitter for the pitcher, Moeller. So let's check the bench and see who they got left on the bench to pinch hit. Obviously, there's a lot of players there, so there's got to be somebody they can use. They got Tom Haller, a backup catcher, for one. Let's see who else they have. They have Len Gabrielson, I think is going to be the pinch hitter. He's a 270 hitter. So Len Gabrielson will pinch hit here in the 9th. So it will be Stinson and then Gabrielson, then Maury Wills. But Stinson is a 375 hitter. I'm not taking him out of there. I don't care if he's right-handed or left-handed or no-handed. He's hitting. 6'3", strikeout chance 20 is too high. Go to Stinson. 6'4", and he singles to center. So there you go. He is 4 for 4. Is Bob Stinson 4 for 4. He will now be lifted for a pinch runner. And the pinch runner is going to be Von Joshua. Von Joshua runs at a 5. So Von Joshua is the pinch runner. And if they somehow miraculously get it to extra innings, Tom Haller will catch. But that's the least of their worries. He doesn't have an attempt. They're not going to try to steal what the score is anyway, but he is a 5, so he's going to do better on the base pass. Here's Len Gabrielson, the pinch hitter. We'll roll for a balk on Gladding. See if there's a balk. There is no balk. Infield is halfway, 3-2. Range play at the ballpark. That's a 4-3, and that's a fly. I'm sorry, it's a double to left field by Gabrielson, but it's a range play of the left fielder, Tommy Davis. He is a 3. Can he get to this? He can. He takes the double away. Wow. That's kind of the luck it's going, or the way it's going for the Dodgers. Gabrielson thought he had an extra base hit, and it was taken away. So, 1 down, and that brings to the top of the order Maury Wills. Roll for the balk again. No balk. Gladding, 5-2. Going back to the ballpark. No range play this time. This is strictly a ballpark check for Maury Wills. 5-1. Star 1. Ground ball to second. Could be a double play. They were halfway. He's a 1. The ground ball went to second, so the pivot is a shortstop, Minke. He's a -1, so that's a 0. But since they were halfway, it makes it a 1. So this has to be a 1 for a double play. And it's no double play. The 3, Von Joshua beats that, so he will actually advance on that. So it's going to be a 4-3 ground out, as Morgan's only play was to first base. So the runner, Joshua, is now at second with 2 down. And it's up to Ted Sizemore to get it done. Keep the game going. 3-1's a blank on Gladding. We go to Sizemore. 2-6, Star 1, ground ball to second. Morgan has it, throws to Blefary, and the ball game is over. And the Astros have done San Francisco Giants a huge favor as they beat the Dodgers 6-1 and put a definite crimp in the Dodger playoff hopes. If the Giants defeat the Padres on the ticker, then the Giants will have a 2-game lead with 2 games to play, and the magic number will be down to 1. So the Houston Astros have a big impact on the pennant race by knocking off the Dodgers by the resounding score of 6-1, getting those runs in the 7th and the 8th inning. Sutton takes the loss. LeMaster gets the win. So let's go to our standings board and update the newest standings. So the Dodgers are now 89 and 71. And there's only 1 game on the ticker. Only 1 game on the ticker. And that is the Giants and the Padres. So the only thing we have right here, the only game on the 30th, we write in the Astros beating the Dodgers 6-1. And now the only game is San Francisco and San Diego. San Diego has to roll a 2 through 5 on the D6s in order to beat the Giants. Otherwise, the Giants will take a 2-game lead with 2 games to play. You know what? I put it in the wrong spot, didn't I? I'm down here on the first. 6-1 should have been here. My bad. Okay, so here we go. 2 to 5 for the Padres to win it. Otherwise, the Giants will win it and take a 2-game lead. And it's a 9, so the Giants win it. And the Giants now 91-69. They take a 2-game lead with 2 games left. Their magic number is 0. I'm sorry, is 1. 1 win or 1 Dodger loss. And that will be the end of it. So that's where we stand right now as we head into October 1st. And of course, the 2-game schedule for video, Mets and Cubs, because they're 2 games back. However, if the Cubs defeat the Mets and clinch, then if the Dodgers somehow can find a way to have the Padres beat the Giants and they beat the Astros, then I'll change this video on the 2nd to be the Dodgers and the Astros again, instead of New York and Chicago. But if that's only if Chicago beats the Mets and clinches. But if the Mets win, obviously, then you got the showdown on the 2nd. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everyone enjoyed that. And in the next game, it will be the Mets and the Cubs. It'll be Jerry Koosman against Ferguson Jenkins from Wrigley Field. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch 1969 style. Unfortunately, the game was not as close later as it was in the beginning. I was hoping it would be a nip and tuck, but the Astros had other ideas, and they took it to the Dodgers. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.